Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Post Cologne. Today I'm going to give you 3 fall fragrances for under $100. So let's just jump right into it. All right, so today I picked out 3 designer fragrances that are going to cost you less than $100 on discounters, of course. I'm going to have links down in the description if you want to check any of these out. And I decided to go a little bit of a unique route because I don't want to be redundant on this channel. I don't want to keep showing you the same fragrances over and over. I have a lot of awesome cheapies in my collection that are totally worthy of making this list, but I picked out 3 that I haven't talked about yet and I think you're going to enjoy. This is a designer style fall fragrance, so I don't have any Middle Eastern fragrances in this video, but if you'd like to see a 3 Middle Eastern fragrances under $100 video, go click on the comment box right now and let me know. Say, yo, Post, I want to see a Middle Eastern fragrance one for 3 for under $100. Go comment right now, let me know. I'll put that together for you guys. But today we're sticking with the designer houses, so let's just jump right into it. All right, so kicking things off, I wanted to give you guys something a little bit more on the unique side, something that's gonna set you apart from the rest of the crowd, something that might be a little bit challenging, but I absolutely love it. It's Encre Noire's ArOmAtiX. Now you could pick this bad boy up for $24 for a tester or $32 for a full presentation, and this is worth every single penny. The quality of juice in the Encre Noire line, I've said over and over again, is like niche level quality in my opinion. The juice quality is friggin' fantastic, and I love the scent profile. It can be challenging to some people. Some people just, they can't do it. The cypress and the vetiver that's in the Encre Noire line across the flankers as well is not their cup of tea, but for me, definitely my cup of tea. This does have that cypress vetiver DNA that the original Encre Noire does, but it has a few extra notes in it that kind of make it a little bit different and a little bit more wearable in my opinion. The OG Encre Noire is very dark, very rooty, very bitter, very like dank forest, Halloween style fragrance. It's very, very dark. It's a little bit challenging. This one kind of makes it a little bit easier by adding an incense note to it, giving it a little bit more of a resinous note to it. It has some patchouli to add a little bit of more earthiness to it to kind of tampen down some of that bitterness that's in the OG. And it has this benzoin note in it that adds like a vanilla, balsamic vanilla sweetness to it. So it's not a sweet fragrance, but it does have a little bit of sweetness in there that kind of tamps down that bitterness, along with that patchouli, a little bit of extra smoke from the incense. Gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. I absolutely love this one. It depends on my mood of which one I kind of prefer, but the ArOmAtiX is never a bad choice for me. I love the scent profile on this. Performance on this, pretty good. I get about 7 hours off my skin. Projection is moderate. This doesn't blast off your skin, and I'm kind of glad it doesn't. This is the type of fragrance you don't want to be filling up a room or blasting people out with. This is a little bit more intimate. This is a little bit more kind of closer to you, sort of coziness, perhaps. Doesn't project huge. I'm kind of glad it doesn't, but the longevity off my skin, like I said, about 7 hours, I get a great performance out of this. This is just a very gentlemanly, masculine, confident man style fragrance, and I love wearing this one. It's just one of my absolute favorites for the fall. Very unique, can be a little bit challenging, but I definitely think it's something you should try out if you kind of like that cypress, vetiver, woodsy sort of vibe, mixed with a little bit of resins, some smoke, and a touch of balsamic vanilla. Perfect fragrance for you, perfect for the fall. Check it out, Encre Noire, ArOmAtiX. All right, so next up on the list, we are moving down the spectrum away from Encre Noire, ArOmAtiX into something a little bit more gourmand, more fun, more playful, definitely easier to wear, and that is Rochas Man. Now this bad boy you can pick up for $33, $35 at discounters. Again, links are gonna be down in the description. And I feel like we need to talk about the bottle. This is a family-friendly show here at Post Cologne, so I will say the first thing that comes to mind when I look at this is a lava lamp. But presentation aside, what you're gonna get from this is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. This opens up with this nice clean lavender and bergamot. Very fresh, very bright, but right away you get this cappuccino note that comes through in the heart, and that's what you're gonna get out of this for the most part, is this beautiful coffee cappuccino note. There is a touch of raspberry in there. There's a little bit of patchouli that kind of tame down the sweetness of this a bit, so it doesn't become overly sweet, but it is a nice, delectable gourmand style sweet with this cappuccino note and this vanilla that's in the base. Gorgeous fragrance, very fun, very playful. You can wear this on a date night. It's just got that kind of delectable nature to it. Warm, cozy, like perfect. It's like walking into a coffee shop on like a nice brisk fall evening. It just gives you that just delicious warm, cozy fall sort of vibe. And I absolutely love wearing this one. This one, you don't hear a lot of people talking about this. A lot of people probably aren't wearing this. So you're definitely gonna stand out from the crowd. You are gonna smell different and you're gonna smell friggin' delicious. Performance on this, about average. I get about 6 hours of performance on this. Maybe a little bit less, but I find this does kind of work fairly well in the cold. So I give it a little bit, a tiny nidge above average in terms of performance. But for the price you're paying, you can reapply this one. You can kind of bathe in this stuff for the most part. It's not gonna be overly sweet, overly cloying, and it's not gonna be offensive to anybody. Great fall fragrance, definitely worth the price point. Something you should be checking out. Conversation piece for your shelf for sure. All your friends and family are gonna be asking you what the hell is on your shelf. And you can tell them, it's Rochas Man. All right, so last but certainly not least, we have a fragrance out there for the gentleman, for the classy man out there. Fresh haircut, fresh shave, heading to the office, wanting to smell like an absolute gentleman, and that's Mont Blanc Presence. Now you can pick this bad boy up for $24 to $27 at discounters. I'm gonna again leave links down in the description if you wanna check this one out. What this one is, it borders on that kind of like fougere side with like a bit of like a shaving cream barbershop kind of essence to it, but it is kind of a amber spicy style fragrance in the grand scheme of things. This opens up with a very strong, noticeable cinnamon, like a cinnamon heart cinnamon that's I really, really like. It's very warm, spicy kind of opening, mixed with some cardamom and this like fresh citrusy ginger that's in there. Beautiful opening. I love how this comes across. Again, if you like cinnamon notes in your fragrances, you're gonna love the opening of Presence. It's very, very cinnamony at the top. As this kind of moves through the heart notes, you get a little bit of touch of apple, a little bit of florals from like heliotrope and some sage. So it kind of tones down the spiciness a little bit. It adds a little bit of kind of fresh sweetness to it. And in the base, what you get is a beautiful tonka, some amber, and some nice woods and musks to really round out that kind of masculine classic vibe that comes with this. And this just works. I love how this comes across. Very classic, very gentlemanly, very confident, masculine, suit and tie, formal night kind of fragrance. Some people say this is a little bit dated, and I disagree. Maybe because I'm dated. Maybe I'm just getting old, and I'm hanging on for dear life to say that this isn't a dated fragrance. But I like it. It's really, really nice fragrance. Very classy, like I said. Longevity and projection on this is about average. I get about 6 hours off my skin. Projection, about an arm's length. It's very moderate. It doesn't like push out like crazy. This isn't a beast mode fragrance. This isn't a club bagger style fragrance. Again, this is more on the mature side. This isn't for necessarily the 20-year-olds. I think 20-year-olds can pull it off and you're gonna smell like a gentleman if you're 20 years old. But again, I think this is for the more mature crowd. I'd say like 30, 40 plus would definitely really enjoy this fragrance more so than the younger crowd. Awesome fragrance, $24 to $27, absolute steal of a deal. Performance is pretty good. Check it out, it's Mont Blanc Presence. So there you have it, that's 3 designer fall fragrances for less than $100 combined from discounters. Links are gonna be down in the description if any of these sounded like something you'd enjoy. I picked these out because I wanted it to be unique. I didn't want to use the typical ones that I always talk about. All these kind of cover a wide array of occasions. You got your more daring, unique, kind of challenging fragrance with the Encre Noire à l'Extrême. You got the gourmand, fun, playful, date night style fragrance with Rochas Man. And then you got the classy, gentlemanly, masculine style fragrance with Mont Blanc Presence. I think this is gonna cover all different occasions throughout the fall. They're amazing fragrances, amazing prices. I definitely think you guys should be checking it out. And let me know down in the comments, do you want to see a Middle Eastern version of this, of 3 fall fragrances for less than $100? Go click on the comment box right now. Let me know, be like, yo, post, we want to see a Middle Eastern version of this, and I will do that for you guys because I appreciate you guys. I read all your comments. I love hearing from you guys. So let me know, what are some of your favorite designer cheapies that you're gonna be wearing this fall? So do that right now. Go click in the box, leave a comment. And one last thing, I almost forgot, this was a challenge video. PR Sense had challenged me to get 3 fall fragrances for under $100. I'll have a link to his channel down below, so shout out to PR Sense. And I have to challenge a couple people here as well. So I'm challenging ArOmAtiX and I'm challenging Paragon Fragrances to get 3 fall fragrances for under $100. Go check out their channels. Links are gonna be down in the description. Go leave a comment, subscribe, tell them Post Cologne sent you. Okay, bye. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.